Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Well, maybe I get it here in a second, guys. Well, there should be on somewhere. Hey, there we are. We are live.
Are we on too?
Welcome. Yeah, you should be.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You're not on? Well, there's a reason.
Just me and you, Chris.
Oh. Are you on now?
I don't know.
There
we
it
go.
is.
There it is.
I had you turned down for a reason. Welcome to the Coach's Box. It's good to be back.
That week off really set us back, didn't it?
Time change.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it is.
all good.
Time
was
change, apple juice.
Yeah,
We got
you know,
everything going against us now.
The red moon, all that stuff.
There's a red moon out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
and
night.
full moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it, but, you know, supposedly it was there.
We saw it when we got out of practice.
Oh.
Probably saw it before you started practice.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm surprised we're not practicing right now.
All I hear is whining and complaining.
There's
whining.
There is a kid getting shots up in there right now. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there's one.
That's a positive.
Four more, and we could play a game.
One.
They were half court. They were half court shots.
Well, then that doesn't.
That's the new offense. Flex 2.0.
Chuck it and go on defense.
Exactly.
I don't know what Zach teaches these kids. Apparently,
Must not be much at the JV level.
oof,
Trying to say, or what?
oof. It wasn't me that time.
With the way numbers are these days, aren't they
I don't
both the
wanna
same
talk
team,
about it.
JV and varsity?
I don't want to talk about it right now. It's a little rough.
Too soon.
I can't
Too
wait to
soon.
see Jarvis and tell him, like,
He's so
yeah.
excited.
I'm sure he won't.
Jarvis, we're going to need you to cancel the JV game this year
He's-
because we won't have one.
Well,
That's the only way we're going to get a win.
We may not have
we
one.
might not have one. It's that numbers are. Hey,
There's no possible way. Put it this way: there's no possible way we could have a super spreader event because there's
you
no
gotta have some kids to show up to be a super spreader.
Everybody could be 6 feet apart.
So
Yeah, that's true.
I thought the same thing. You know, I was like looking at our numbers, and I'm like, man, we were a lot lower than we have been in the past.
So
And
what? You're at 40?
No, I'm barely making 20 here. But
Must be nice.
you know, I called a couple of the coaching buddies up north, and even talking to somebody at Seckman, and you know, they got 24 kids out. Somebody like Webster, who's been in the Final Four the last 2 years, has got 23 kids out. Like, I mean, it just seems like across the board numbers are down. I know Lutheran South girls team has like 36 or something. He said he's the most he's ever had, but for the majority of the part, like most of them are low numbers, and I just seems to wonder if you think this is now the effects of COVID, you know, maybe kind of coming across as kids just got out of the habit
It's
of
probably one of multiple things, that some specialization in sports were
Specialization for sure.
whether it be in other sports with basketball,
don't
and
wanna talk about it.
volleyball, softball, soccer. I mean, it's there, more and more kids are being pushed to play something year round.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest part that you have to deal with is more and more kids feel like they have to specialize, and I think it's when COVID hit, it took a lot of that specialization and put it on the pedestal as far as, hey, that's what I can for sure do that.
I would like to know why, though. I would like to know either as the kid or either as the parent that would say, hey, you know what? We're only going to focus on one specific sport year-round because we all know, coaching for years, we know that kid that specializes from age 9 or 10 that by the time they get to their sophomore, junior year, they're burnt out and they probably don't even want to play anymore. And they probably don't play anymore.
Yes, seen it. And I think that's the biggest problem that we're facing. I think you may be seeing a little bit of the effects of that is we're starting kids out at a young level and playing them so much at such a young age that they are, by the time they get to high school, sophomore, junior year, they're just like, man, this is enough. I'm done. Like I just don't enjoy it anymore.
Well, and that's the problem. I mean, kids have other things they want to do. They don't want to play as much as they used to. And our favorite thing, I think, and saying that sarcastically, that we've heard is it's just not fun.
Yeah, nobody plays because it's fun anymore.
I
wouldn't say nobody. I'm not going to say nobody, but that's very few and far between where you see where I played basketball in high school. I wasn't very good at it, but I thought it because it was fun to play with my friends and have fun in just playing a sport.
But I think it goes, at least, and maybe I'm wrong, which I normally am. A lot. But I think if you go back and you talk to our generation versus maybe this generation, and maybe go back to our parents' generation, the fun was competing. Yes. The fun was not simply wearing a jersey, sitting on the bench, and that's it. I mean, yes, did practice, was it bad at times? Was there lots of running in every sport? Yes. But it's the competition. I don't think there's a generation that wants to compete, and whether that's in sports or whether that's in whatever avenue of life, I think you just see that more and more and more because it's there. How many times have we said it? They're afraid to fail now.
Yeah, there's if you compete, there's a loser.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And if I don't compete, I don't lose. I'm not out anything, and I'm not out feelings. I'm not out this, that, and the other. And so, why put myself in harm's way to do that when I can get behind a computer screen or I can get on video game, and if I do lose, I can just hit reset.
Or you get to the end right before you lose, reset the game.
I don't want to lose, so I'll reset it.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Chris.
Well, I mean, to me, it's that conversation where it's not fun or whatever. And I agree. I want to compete. I want to compete. If I was playing you in chess, checkers, tiddlywinks, whatever else, I want to compete. I want to beat you, and there's fun in that. And it's like, if it's worth doing, do it to the best of your abilities, bust your tail, and then there's that satisfaction of like, man, we accomplished that. And I think that's something that I want to say this is our society or this generation is lacking, but I would have to say that they're lacking that. They're lacking that want to, and that's, to me, that's like the American way that we've known for years and years and years. It's like, hey, we want to be the best. I don't settle for not being the best, and if I'm okay with that, that's not good. And I mean, that's, to me, that's the problem. We don't. It's okay. They don't put the emphasis on winning. They don't put the emphasis on competition. And if it's too hard, just don't do it. Just stop. And that, to me, that's not how you do it. That's not how you make successful, hardworking people. Sorry.
And you won't.
No. I mean, what are you gonna wait for mom to move that out of the way for you and be that lawnmower parent and, oh, it's too hard now. Well, okay, well, great. That doesn't help anybody. No, it really doesn't.
And I think the biggest thing that we have to deal with is, like you said, there's so many more avenues that these kids can do and interact with nowadays than what it was 10 years ago, where we didn't have as much that we could get outside of and do. You had the basic the basic things that we are doing now, but now you've added 10 or 11 more things that those kids can be a part of.
It used to be you played a sport or you worked.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of, and part of our job as a coach is to show these kids or help them understand the value of why they're out there. Great value. See, the value stretches across all parcels of life.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. We should make that.
We need T-shirts. We need T-shirts.
I got other stuff to do. You guys come up with the order
Chris
form.
knows somebody.
You guys take care of that.
But yeah, so once the kids will participate, the kids will come out if they know that they understand why they're there, what you as a coach expect from them, and what it is. And if you don't like it, then if you don't want to be part of that, then I'm okay with that. As a coach, I'd much rather prefer to have a few less kids that really want to be there,
right?
To an extent. I
would agree.
Versus 15 extra kids that 12 of them don't want to be there.
Well,
when they get down to it.
And you ask yourself the question of, I was a firm believer that, you strength in numbers, but at this point, I'm starting to see the difference in that, and I don't know that strength in numbers means anything when I've seen it in the last couple of years where we've been able to be very fortunate at having 3 teams at the varsity high school level, and we're struggling to find 3 games where teams have 3 teams that we can play on a night in and night basis. So I think you're starting to lose the kids' interest because they don't get enough competition, or you can't find them enough games to be able to make it enjoyable for them. They got to practice all the time, but they don't ever get to compete in a game. And I think that has a lot to do with the play of why kids are not coming out, because they didn't get to compete as much.
Well, that, and you also have to think about it this way from the perspective of look at select league, AAU, pay to play leagues. You're paying and you're playing. Okay, so the expectation, and it's an expectation, whether it's the kid or maybe it's the parents or what have you, that when I walk in the door as a freshman, I've been playing on all these AAU teams, select teams, so I should automatically be playing varsity. Yeah. And if not, then it's a waste of my time, and I'm too good to be this JV player on this freshman team when the reality is there's a big jump from a 14-year-old to a 15-year-old to an 18-year-old.
Right.
And so they look at it like, well, I'm not a varsity player. Or I go into my sophomore year, I'm supposed to be on varsity for sure, if not a varsity starter, and I'm not. Okay, well, then you know what? I don't need this.
If I'm not on varsity by my sophomore year, what kind of basketball player am I really? What am I doing here with this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that you're seeing in that more and more these days is the pay-to-play thing has really affected high school sports.
Oh, it's not going to get any better either, and that's the bad part about it, especially being high school coaches. It's just not. You're not. You think that there's going to be some magical wand that's going to wave, and there's no more select softball or select volleyball. I mean, that's not happening. And AU basketball, and this is the other thing too. And I had this told to me the other day by a player who's not playing, that there's the playing select for a sport. They have an opportunity to have multiple college coaches come and watch them play at a select or AU, whatever you want to call it, event, than they will coming to our high school or any other high school to watch, because, and they even knew it, this is a teenage kid because they can watch however many games and players all at once.
Yeah, and there's
There it is.
Speaking from the softball vantage point, there's good and bad. There's good coaches and bad coaches, both in the high school level, the travel ball, wherever you go.
Are you a good coach? No, I'm just
My win-loss record says I am.
Oh, man.
Oh, burn.
Just dropped it.
Burn.
I thought he was going to say, that's 5-1 on you, buddy. 5 districts, you're 1.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to go that far. That would have been my next argument. But
if you'd have went on,
touche.
So
yeah, but you might have 5 districts, but he's been at 9 schools.
Yeah, I have you beat on that.
yeah.
Let him finish his point, Zach.
So I'm a 5 district titles to 1 school ratio, 5 to 1.
Oh my gosh!
You are 1 to 36.
Nobody can see what I'm doing right now. Go ahead, Kevin. Finish your real point.
Now I don't remember what my real point was.
It must not have been important. All right, moving on.
My math is better than yours as a coach.
That don't take much.
You're talking about players and the
softball,
but there's good, there's bad.
Seeing the college coaches.
Yeah, especially in softball, when it's competing, is the showcase environment. While there's a good place for it, because college coaches can go to one select tournament, stand in the middle of one of those 4 or 5 field wagon wheels,
right,
and watch
Multiple.
100 kids play at one time.
And it's like you're really evaluating at that point.
But no, they have the opportunity to watch 100 kids at one time.
And do you honestly think they're watching 100 kids? No, they have their their list.
But
and if somebody catches their eye, which is going to be few and far between, maybe they're like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe I get information for said kid.
But when you're trying to recruit, and in some areas, depending on the level, you're maybe recruiting 100 kids to get 4.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So they can go to a high school softball game and see 2 teams, maybe 1 or 2 kids combined, or they can go to this complex that's got 12 fields,
right,
and walk between and see 30 kids at once.
Yeah.
You're going to go that route to do it. It makes sense to do it.
I go back to this, though. So you're talking about, you said teenager makes the comment, well, I can go to this showcase and then a college coach can see me. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If you're not D1 and we're talking high-level D1, you're going to have to go out as the player, as the parent, and you're going to have to go get yourself recruited, which means you're going to have to make your film. You're going to have to glean on your high school coach to go out, make telephone calls. You're going to have to put in the work yourself. You just don't randomly show up to a spot and a coach says, poof, magic wand. Oh, there's some player that I've never heard of that I'm not recruiting. That's not reality. The reality is the coach, the high school coach, is the one that should be putting in the time and work and effort to get these kids recruited, at least to go out to college. I could tell you whether was it North County or even at Grandview, I'm on the phones, I'm calling, and I'm saying, hey, these kids want to be a part of your program. They want an open tryout. They want this. They want that. Come down. Here's our schedule. Here's some film. All of that good stuff. And that's our responsibility as coaches, as head coaches, to do that. And it's a pipe dream if you think that you're this non-D1 player that is magically going to get found at some weekend tournament where there's 300 schools there. It's not reality.
No. It's still going to be. That's real. When you say D1 in those instances where they're hunting you out, that's generally speaking a football, basketball thing. Mm-hmm. Even in some of the other ones, the soccers, the softballs, and baseballs, you're still getting, those coaches still get contacted via email and other types of things to come watch these kids play and see these schedules.
Right. Yeah, but I'll be honest. I've had coaches who've contacted me about players, and the first thing they ask me is well, okay, what other sports they play?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of, like, gosh, I'm trying to remember who it was. It might have been somebody who played here. I wanted to say it was Riley, and they saw more of his football stuff than they did his basketball stuff. Mm-hmm. Or vice versa. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. They wanted to see that. They wanted to see what kind of athlete they were in other places, not just that number one sport that they're being recruited for. So I don't like the specialization, and I think a lot of it, you know, they talk about these select programs. They say, well, hey, we've got practice 5 nights a week and at the same time as your other sports. So if you want to be
on this team,
be up here,
yeah.
You know, you better be at practice. Otherwise, you're down here and you're not getting a chance to prove yourself. And it's like, all right, cool, that's great. Well, thanks for going playing select.
And then the other thing that you send out. Let's say you send out some information about a kid. Hey, I got a kid that may be interested in playing for you, vice versa. And a lot of those college coaches, hey, send me some film. Mm-hmm. I'll take an evaluation of it, and I'll let you know what I think. And because here once again, unless you're a Division I athlete that you're looking at, they're not going to go out and find the time to make it known to go out and watch. They're going to watch film. And if they like what they see, then they'll fit it in their schedule to go, okay, well, I'm going to go see this kid because I think I like him, or I think I like her because I think they do a good job and they fit in with my program. But if you don't make the initial conversation and say they're interested, a lot of those non-Division I coaches don't really know unless they see them at a big event, like a CNAAU event, and they, oh, man, where's that kid from? Oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'll write that name down. I'll remember that. But as a big scheme of things, there's so many kids out there that go missing. You know what I mean? And ultimately, I think it changes some things, and I think it's a struggle for us as high school coaches to put the best foot forward for our kids.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what's that?
Got a voice I hear?
Oh, look, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
I'm sorry.
He's been practicing.
See this? Well, we had
late practice.
I have late practice.
Practice a lot later than what we did.
They
Zach.
have more kids than us, Chris.
Well,
Everybody's got more kids than us, Zach.
we were done at 8, but we added a thing this year: 10 minutes of pious. And we do it every practice. We practice against Carolina,
Study
and we
hall.
practice against the flex, and we're practicing against some wide open offense too. But it's just called 10 minutes of pies.
10 minutes of pie.
He's wasting 10 minutes.
He's wasting 10 minutes. Maybe.
Hey, we were 4-1 in the conference last year, and I just got to at least spend 10 minutes on Chris Miller and pious every day.
Hey, we haven't even done offense. I can't even tell you. We're just going to roll the ball out at this point.
Well, let's see.
You are the two biggest sandbaggers.
I can't wait till we're off the air. I really can't wait till we're off the air.
Let me
It's like
get
that scene from Coach Carter. What have you guys been doing? Running. That's what I want you to do.
so I'm sorry, I got us totally off subject. Well, I had a player that signed this week, and I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't even spoken to the coach. So if you're good enough, they're going to find you, I guess. And I'm happy for Gabe and those of you that may have not seen already, but he's going to go to Jeffco and play on the new program out there at the boys, and get a free education. That's the big thing. Right. And kudos to him. And that's all Gabe too. He's the one that did all that work. He's the one that got that scholarship. He's the one that's put in the time. Right. I just want to throw that out there because I feel like that's been clouded a little bit, but I think he's the one that deserves all the accolades.
He
for
earned
it.
every bit of it.
Yeah,
Absolutely, he did.
So very proud of him and very happy for him. And in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened already. So that's not in his head at all this season.
You can relax.
And he can just relax and go out and play.
And I think that has a lot to do with as well, because you've got a kid that maybe is still searching for that college opportunity, and maybe he's trying too much to achieve at a high level, and it takes away from the team, or it takes away from the opportunity the team has to be successful, because they are trying to get my average of 20 points, because that's what I think
and
coach needs to
that's
see.
I mean, there's some good and bad in all this, and and I told Gabe, I mean, if that's what he thinks he wants to do, sign with him. I mean, that's if you want to stay home, be comfortable. I think there's a lot of things that are playing in his decision. I don't know all of them. I mean, we just talked briefly when he was offered, and I was like, if that's what you want to do, I mean, do it. I mean, do I think he may have gotten offered somewhere else? He might have been, but I mean, this might be the best situation for him, and I think it's going to take a lot of pressure off of him and probably our team too, just because he won't have to worry about that. He knows where he's going. That guy wanted him. And one of the biggest things that I know that guy spoke to, I guess it's Coach Walker. Spoke to Gabe was that he plays it on both ends.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been trying to drill into kids ever since I've been into coaching. It's not about offense. They can find guys that can score. Mm-hmm. Are you going to do the hustle plays? I mean, I've just chewed my guys out just before I got here about, dude, we got 6 or 7 guys that have played a lot of varsity basketball. You guys are battling for minutes every time. And every time you walk when you turn the ball over or do this or do that, college coaches see that in games.
Yes.
And I don't know. The recruiting, I don't know exactly what y'all talked about, but I know that I haven't had a lot of experience because I've had a lot of kids that were wanting to play college basketball. I mean, Gabe's really the first one. I was just trying to put him out there in social media. Any college coaches I knew, or I knew people that knew college coaches, I'm like, please get this guy out for, him. And I'm kind of glad that it's over with him. And I might have a couple more that may want to play. I don't know. I mean, none's really expressed it, but I did hear Zach saying it's some work for you as a head coach. You want to get your kids out there. You want them to be successful, and it's a dog eat dog world out there.
Well, and that's why, Jason, that you do whatever you can to do to get your kids, put out there. Whether you got to, put them in the newspaper or talk to different media outlets and things. And
even maybe media outlets
and things like
talk
that. That's what you got to do. I mean, because it's not about you; it's about the kids.
Yeah, it is.
100%. We've all said it. We do this for the kids and coach and stuff, and that's what you got to do. You just got to suck it up sometimes and
good value.
do a little.
You're just so funny, Chris. Thank you.
It's good value.
Yeah, great value.
Great value. Not just good. Great.
Hey, this is GFV,
baby. GFV. If you don't know, you better get on board. So, anyway, we kind of went off on a tangent there for a little bit.
Fine. Hey, it's been a week.
Yeah, for a little bit, for 35 minutes.
Yeah, So we probably ought to think about a
it's time for
commercial.
a
I don't
break.
know.
Maybe.
It's just nice, we're all here.
Hey,
Have a conversation.
it's nice to be coaching basketball.
It
baby.
is nice to be coaching basketball.
I mean, I've been smiling for a week.
Why is Jason so happy all of a
I
sudden?
was upset that we lost in football. Don't get me wrong, but doing that double duty that last week,
It's tough.
I was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, go to football practice till 5, and then basketball 5:30 to 8. Yeah, it was an eventful week.
I mean,
and with a baby, it's not even a year old yet.
listen, Jason, all you had to do is cut out your 10 minutes of pious, and you'd have been fine.
No, we got
Wasting time.
Jokes on him.
Jokes on him.
Could have done it with 5.
So you're saying I can cut it to 2 minutes?
Again, wait till we're off the air. All right, you're watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back here in a little bit.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hi, I'm Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Fame quarterback and founder of Tarkenton Financial. And this is my good friend and partner, Brian Waits, founder of Waits Financial Services.
Thanks, Fran. At Waits Financial Services, we believe in educating our clients, providing courteous service, and helping every person we work with create a winning game plan for their retirement.
Retirement is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan and great teammates in order to achieve success. That's why I started Tarkenton Financial, to help educate people about their choices and connect them with advisors I trust. And Brian is one of my trusted partners.
I'm here to help you meet your financial goals, minimize your tax burden, and ensure that you have income guaranteed for life. Let's get to work on your retirement game plan.
Call Brian Waits at Waits Financial Services today. You'll be glad you did.
New at Case & Buck's, all-you-can-eat soup and salad all day, every day. Choose from homemade soups like tortellini, loaded steak, green pepper, and many more. 7095 Metropolitan Boulevard in Barnhart, Missouri, just off 55. See our full menu at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
You aren't looking for a cookie-cutter experience with your agent. You are looking for someone who is going to go above and beyond or think outside the box. You are looking for someone who is going to be there for you no matter what, and someone who is going to walk you through the entire process. My name is Kelly Kaufman with Gateway Real Estate, and my passion is the people I work with. Real estate is personal. A home is not just the four walls, it's the people who live there and the memories you share. That's why I focus on the people I serve and make them a top priority throughout the entire process. I'm there for you. No matter what your budget is, no matter where you are, and no matter how long it takes, I will be there with you every step of the way. If you are looking for an agent who cares about you and will do everything to make sure you are taken care of, give me a call, 314-221-6090.
I have a question about my listing price.
Updating listing to Lizard Heights.
No, listing price.
Wizard Kites.
Can I talk to a real human agent, please?
All right, everybody, and we're back. Second segment of the Coach's Box. Cleaned it up a little bit, I hope. Well, not the language. That's never going to get cleaned up around here. I don't care. Family show or not.
Family show, Chris.
Beep. I haven't cursed yet.
I haven't yet.
Show ain't over yet.
Show ain't over.
You did show up there at the last part of that segment. So
If you'd have been here at the first part, you might have been. You might have been.
Well, was McVey like falling forward or something?
Here we go. It only took 30-some-odd minutes. We're in. Got it. He was late. Otherwise, it would have been sooner. So, speaking of high school sports, we've had some good showing from the county in the area.
Hey, dude. Jefferson County got some athletes, man.
Got some.
Yeah.
Let's just go right down the road here from Festus to Jefferson R7. How about that volleyball team? You know, we called that game, and you know, you're watching them thinking, "Good gosh, who in their class is going to even compete with them?" They were really, really, really good. They had 4 girls. The other, which was the one that hadn't committed to a college?
I think it was the Siebert girl, but I think she's committed.
Did she?
I think.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, I don't know if I
So
didn't
their
pay
whole
attention to the comments or anything.
Their whole starting lineup
I
committed.
think at least 3, if not 4.
They had 3. Yeah. They had 3 who were already signed.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, had committed. You couldn't sign it.
Excuse me, committed. Yeah,
they signed. I think today.
Today.
At least there was some social media on it today.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
But
today was the signing day, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to them. That's the first championship in school history, state championship. So,
and they lost the first game like 25-16.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah.
And then they were down 20. If I can't remember,
They were down 22-19.
15, I thought.
Or 22-15?
Yes,
22-15
and came back and won 25-23.
That's pretty tough.
That's a rally right there.
That was a turn of events because then they didn't even give them a chance after that. I mean, they just rolled the rest of the way.
Well, the Saxony game to get to the Final Four,
probably
listening
one of the
to
best
it on the radio was outstanding. I mean, just back and forth.
Just looking at the scores of those, you could tell that was a battle.
Well, hey, listen, if you'd watched our broadcast and you could tell, like, hey, you listen to that, that was for a couple guys who know Jack Diddley about calling volleyball games.
Volleyballing their infractions.
You should be ashamed. It would be better if it was just put on huddle. How dare you try to say that? How dare you do a sport you know nothing about?
I know, right?
Because it's about the kids, idiots.
What? Wait a minute. Well, we should.
Welcome back, Coach Jarvis.
We should have charged people. Why do we charge people to listen to us say basketball terminology? Oh, that's right, because it's just about putting out there for the kids. Hell, nobody wanted to broadcast the game. Did you see anybody else there with the table?
No.
Did you? Did anybody? No. Did you hear of anybody? No.
Of all games in
games
the Jefferson County area,
that was the best volleyball game in the county.
What, R7 and Pius is what we're speaking of.
Yes.
Yeah,
the one that Off the Rails Media got to do.
Yes, Off the Rails Media.
Which you can go back on YouTube and watch if you'd like to.
For free.
For free.
That was almost in unison.
No, we should start harmonizing.
Oh,
Larry Moe and Curly over there.
I'm sure we'll be doing.
Kevin's like,
I quit.
Hey,
nobody said anything about singing.
I'm sure there'll be some harmony on January 13th, bro.
As Jarvis might say, this is some bullshit.
Herky 3, swish, swish, swish.
Timeout. Oh, you haven't seen us shooting. We're not shooting very well.
12, you know.
Especially at Herculaneum when nobody shoots well.
Except us.
Something with those rims.
Oh, they're the best rims ever.
They're the best in the house.
Well,
I bet Riley Nager would beg to differ on that.
Still too soon.
Too soon. He's starting his third year?
Junior.
Yeah, third year of college. I think I felt so bad when that happened. It was awful.
What happened?
You don't. Oh, you were coaching girls at the time.
You were a girls coach then.
Yeah, this was when he was a junior.
He threw down a pretty hard dunk against us, and our rim doesn't give away real well at that end. It does now a little bit because Dallin was always hanging on him. But he went up, and the rim was so stiff, I think it just got him completely parallel.
It didn't give.
No it didn't give, and he kind of swung under, and he fell flat, and then put his hand back.
Broke his wrist.
Put his hand back to catch.
Was that the week before districts? Or was
it was our tournament, wasn't it?
It was in a tournament.
It was at the end of January.
So that happened, and they ended up getting second in the district to R7, who they already beat.
And they were behind when he dunked the ball. Mm-hmm. They ended up taking the lead after he left, but then we ended up rallying and winning the game. But it was crazy. It was a crazy game, and yeah, I felt it was awesome. You don't ever want to see a kid, no matter.
Yeah,
I mean. I was like, everybody in the gym. I mean, the gym just kind of went silent.
It was quiet.
So it was like a no doubter, like ooh.
Oh,
you kind of had an idea.
I mean, I think Dr. Rubel came out of the stands pretty quick on that. I think, and
yeah.
It was a no doubter.
So yeah, those rims suck. All right, moving on.
But you're starting to talk about R7 volleyball. Like, I mean, just watching the enthusiasm from the kids. Watching that final. One of our great guys, then Jim Powers, got to call that game, state championship game, and he was sending us pictures as he was doing that. Yeah, and just that final photo of watching them celebrate, just the emotion of winning a state championship is like
the pinnacle, man. That's
and tap off to Coach Fish. I mean, she took over that program and just got those kids to buy into playing volleyball at a high level year round, and tap off to her. I mean, she put a lot of work into that to make them successful, and kudos to her.
She had some kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She had some kids.
But she also had some kids that wanted to work year round.
I agree.
And she preached that. Hey, if you want to be good, you got to work around.
She put the right kids around those 4 other kids in the right spots to be successful.
Yes, yeah, I 100% agree.
And that's
and kudos to her. Yeah. Coach Fish, if you know the Fishes at all, they're great people.
All about kids.
Yep.
All about kids.
Great people.
Totally agree. And I was just watching all of that and thinking about, man, we've had 2 schools in the county win state championships first time in school history.
I think less than a day apart.
Yeah. And then Hillsboro goes out and wins the state cross country.
I know. And how about the Allison twins? I mean, they showed out. That was
first and third place in the state.
That's Festus and Hillsboro in that Class 4 race.
1 and 2.
Half the top 15 were from.
Wasn't like 8 of them or something?
8 of the 15.
Yeah.
And that you take into consideration, you think, man, you got Hillsboro and Festus going at it. Hillsboro's trying to get to the 9th consecutive state championship, and Hillsboro knocks them off somebody that's 6 miles up the road from them.
He said Hillsboro twice.
Said Hillsboro twice.
Festus, man. Get it right. It's the eye of the tiger, bud.
I know,
come on.
I know.
You notice the Festus guy was real quick to...
dang right, because we don't like to lose to Hillsboro.
Well, and I just love...
Friday will be good.
Yeah, that's another
Go ahead.
real Festus rivalry. But, just watching that...
Go Tigers.
We were on our way... up to state cross country, and we were eating lunch at the time, and our entire team was wrapped around that phone watching the results come in as they came in. And man, I mean, from the get-go, Hillsboro just knocked it out. They were on it quick. I mean, it was just a phenomenal race across the board.
Seeing them at several different meets, they just were on another level. I mean, they were the best kids, and then we saw some Rockbridge up at Webster. You just talk about, once again, you can see talent, and then talent that's just so much better than, it doesn't matter if it's cross country, doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, whatever. You just look at that and you're like, yeah, that's man amongst boys, and there were, like I said, 4 or 5 of them from Hillsboro that just, they showed out.
It's
awesome. You look at Hillsboro sports, man. You got their football teams pretty salty. You got their cross country teams pretty.
The softball team was pretty good.
Yeah,
yes. Softball team was really good, just in the district of
boys
death.
basketball team's been pretty good.
Yeah,
probably
it has
pretty good
been.
this year.
Yeah, I know. So,
yes, hey Zach, we play them.
good stuff.
Why are you shaking your head, man?
He's excited about
You
it.
got the fighting Lancers will be going, man.
He's
They'll be
shaking his
ready.
head because he can't wait for that game to happen.
Can't wait.
I
got the black lung.
Got the black lung pop.
Oh goodness!
Hey, wait! You just pull a Jason. Just don't. Your JV's sick. He can't play.
It wasn't just our JV was sick. I was running out of bodies, man.
And this is what we're going to be running into.
I do got to give a shout out to the Herculaneum Black Cats. They were second place in state boys cross country. Just missed a state championship by 5 points, and had to lead the majority of the 5K race, and came down to the last 1K and ended up getting beat in the last 1K. But they were trying for that 14th state championship, the most by any team in the state in cross country. So just missed that. So still tied with West Plains, but. It was a tough day for the Black Cats, but nonetheless,
tough day.
We talk about that.
Finished second,
but we talk about
but
that.
That's if you look.
That's the expectation.
That's the expectation there.
And
in cross country, the expectation at Herculaneum is championship or bust, man. It's like Pikes Peak or bust.
I said that. We were the coaches were all sitting there talking to the kids after the race, and Coach Davis said, we'd be very fortunate to be able to run at a place where, you're disappointed in second place in state. Like, what in the world, But
that's a tradition.
That's the expectation. Like, that's what those kids strive for 365 days a year. Like, they want that state championship.
I only thought you got 20 contact days, though.
Well, those kids can run 365. My
yeah,
friend.
but then,
that's that bull crap. That's the bull crap that cross country gets away with,
and track. Because you know what, running's conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh, shut the door.
Wait, hey, I've seen those. I've seen those cross country open, whatever you want to call them. The kids are out there just freaking running on their own. There ain't a coach or anywhere freaking near them.
Nope.
And they just go out there. They run around town. I know exactly what they're doing.
Are they conditioning for basketball?
They might be.
No, they're not.
They might be.
How many of them play basketball?
Oh,
how many cross country runners you got playing basketball?
One.
How many you got?
Hey, wait.
Your kid doesn't.
Two.
Right,
I have one sophomore and one freshman trying it out for the first time ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you need some of them.
Yeah. But I think they are highly encouraged not to. Like, cross countries across the state, they don't want their kids playing basketball. They want them running
all year.
So you're going to be running all year long.
But I think it takes that's what it takes to be successful. And Festus
running all year.
Festus has been very fortunate to win 8 and then break
wherever I was going. I was running. I was running.
Coach, I'm a little tired now. I think I'm going to go home. Have you had any of those happen to you recently?
Yeah, sure.
A little tired. I think I'm going to go home.
Maybe.
I'm not trying to.
And if I had to, I went.
There is no way. How do you? Yeah, that was great. I went.
That's a story. But
I just look at this cross country runners. I just go, how is that enjoyable? But they all love it. I'm like, oh my god,
you're running.
I don't want to run. I don't want to run here to my truck out there.
We can tell.
I mean, God.
Run to the fridge.
Wait, did you say there's a cold beer in there? Man, Jason moves quick.
You got what at the finish line?
Hey, I haven't.
You got a
I
crate
don't
case
have
and
beer or anything, man.
Well, I mean, in St. Pius, you could.
I know I could, but
I
I
thought
didn't.
the host would have taken care of us. Right? I mean, come on.
How much shit did you set up tonight?
All right, and somebody finally cussed.
Wow, where's the swear jar?
Yeah,
right there. Chris owes $10.
But man, it is awesome. I mean, the cross country in our county is is tough.
Yeah,
I still think, like I said, we said it at conference. I mean, that conference meet's going to be more difficult or challenging than districts or state.
It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. It's crazy, but I mean, it just kudos to the fall sports, and we still got football having a chance to win district championship. Festus and Hillsborough going at it this Friday. I mean,
so this is the whole kicker, right? I brought this
kicker.
up so we can
soccer
talk,
kicker. Got it.
How weird?
No.
How weird is that? How weird is it? Because I don't remember.
What's weird?
I'm getting ready to tell you.
Oh.
I don't remember in high school basketball and football overlapping. Now I think it might
not as much as it does now.
That's what I'm saying. It did a week because I remember senior year. But the playoff system was different.
Playoffs. You were done week 10 with the exception of one or two schools.
Here's the
from each district in that sense.
I mean, because I made the Final Four my junior and senior year in football at Festus, and the turnaround was quicker. You would play on that Friday, and then you'd be playing again on that Wednesday, and then you'd be playing again on
football.
Monday.
Yes,
it was a Friday, Wednesday, Monday, Saturday.
No wonder why. No wonder why he's the way he is.
Oh, I'm the way I am. I'm the way I am because I call you out on your BS.
I'm talking about the CTE
fall
over there.
forward.
Well,
Lord.
You played in the Final Four. You didn't fall forward.
I'll remember all those times I was pressed down 30 here. Hey.
Oh, here we go.
He's got his list.
Here we go.
He's got his list.
You're going to be like Steve Buscemi and was it Billy Madison?
Well, no,
I'm glad I talked to that guy.
It's always you still got to play the games, boys. I mean, any given night, we can lose a game. Everybody's going to be giving us their best shot this year. I mean, yeah, you'll be one of them.
College try.
We might put our uniforms on.
You
right.
guys are such sandbaggers. It's unreal.
Friday the 13th.
Have you put the stall in yet?
We need to.
The only stall I think we know is the bathroom one.
So do what you know.
Hey, since we can't make the running, we got to go.
I don't even call it a bathroom anymore. It's a vape room.
Oh wow!
The vaping lounge.
The baby lounge.
I like that.
Well, back in the day,
It's a vape room.
they had the outside area where the
Designated smoking section.
Smoking area.
It's just changed. It's just now
it's inside.
It's the electronic vaping.
I've never seen kids that want to hang out in the bathroom so much in my life.
Isn't it weird?
It never fails.
Weird.
I'll go into one of the men's room in here, and then there's like 5 guys having some sort of like a board meeting in there for some reason.
In the stall.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were in the stall with another dude when you were in school, it's like
we can't even talk about it. The things that would have been said to us.
What are you? Oh, and that was you don't have to say another thing. You're just saying, I mean, it's like a damn clown car. It's like, what are you guys doing? Here comes one. Here comes one. It's like, can we get that many kids in the stall? Really?
They break a Guinness World Record yet?
We should probably try that.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I mean, like, hey, you throw a vape in there, you might get a bunch of them.
Hey, I'm not kidding you. The other day, I saw 8 or 9 people walk out one by one out of one of the bathrooms downstairs. I was like, oh my gosh! It was exactly what we said. They're all in a clown car in there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, wait, how many stalls? How many stalls did you have?
Well, like I think our bathroom down by my room has 4.
So 4,
and like 8 or 9 guys came out of that thing. Not a one stall out of the bathroom.
I'm just trying to do the math. I'm just trying to. What could you possibly be doing?
I drink a lot of water at school, and so I go to the bathroom quite often. It's like, my God, I'm having to wait in line to use the bathroom.
You need to be like Zach and get a bathroom in your classroom.
But you have to be away from everybody else.
Yeah, you got to be way over there.
So it's like
that.
He's got a great view of the softball field, though.
Zach, it's your prep. You kind of come over and hang out. He's like, gotta drop a deuce.
Man, how bad you got to spray it out up there? Because that's real close to your room. That's a close proximity.
Oh my goodness! There's doors.
The kids who sit in the back are just like,
I know what McVey did last hour.
I can tell.
We're gonna start class with a walk today.
Classes are 80 minutes. It's
long gone by then.
Yeah. Yes, 83 minutes. Yes.
82.
One
82.
class?
Yeah.
We do 4 classes a
82-minute classes.
Now think of having. Yeah.
And Jason's like, I don't know if I want to ever work at 5.
And then an hour-long break in the middle of the day where everybody has lunch.
hour lunch.
But I have to put up with. There's no way. I got a couple classes. I couldn't do it for 82 minutes.
Oh, Zach's got some of those.
I plead the fifth.
82 minutes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I did that block scheduling before. It's no fun.
Student teaching up at Hannibal, that was 90 minutes.
That's ours was in high school.
8 block. 90 minutes.
Hey, teachers had a chance to change it. They stay with it. Am I wrong?
No, yeah. I actually prefer it for my project-based classes. So
You should do more project-based stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of up there talking. No one wants to listen to you talk.
Nobody. What am I going to lecture? Lecture about? I can't lecture. I lecture about coding. Nobody's going to listen to that.
001 00 010.
How many different ways can I write these?
Yeah.
Let's play that game. You're still over there trying to figure this out, aren't you?
Look, he's
No,
in shock.
I've taught. When I was first at Crystal, we were block scheduling.
I was blocking Crystal, but it was 70. It was 70 minutes.
Yeah,
or 72
and I thought that
70
was,
minutes, 82 minutes. I mean, what's
That's 12 more
what's
minutes
all-
is huge.
Is it?
Oh, that 10 or
That's what
20
she said.
more.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an eternity.
I know if Jim's watching this, he's like, "Oh no, look at they're already on.
They're not even talking about sports.
It's Kevin's fault. It's Kevin's fault.
Oh, Kevin. Jeez.
I'm not
Have
even
you guys
sorry.
have you guys talked any about off-season baseball yet?
No, we haven't made it to the Cardinals.
What you mean
yet.
the minor leaguer we picked up today?
Yeah.
Did we pick up a minor leaguer?
I guess.
They talked about going
Bag
to
of
trade.
baseballs.
They were going to
Did you
trade
see
for
the
the
meme
Oakland
going?
A's catcher.
Did you see the
Kirk?
meme out there today?
Murphy.
That we signed Wilson
Contreras,
Contreras.
yeah.
WILLSON.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've signed Will Son Contreras.
yeah.
Yeah, that put that
That's
out
actually
there today.
that's actually how you sound it. Spell his name. But
WILL?
yeah.
No, you missed the L. 2 L's.
Talk in the mic.
2 L's.
Yeah, we have a microphone.
They did that on purpose, though.
Did you though? You sure?
Oh yeah, he always.
So what does what do they need? What do they need?
The catcher.
Not
Catcher.
want. What do they have
Catcher.
to have?
Catcher.
Outfield with power.
That's not
Only
happening.
two? Only two things on
No.
your have to have
no,
list.
we need
That's what I'm
shortstop.
saying. We're
So
talking
they can hit.
We need a pitcher.
No, need. If we're saying need,
Need.
I'm saying it's a catcher, and then it's either outfield with power or top of the line rotation.
And
I think it's all of the above.
and
Quintana.
don't give me this crap. I want Rendon, whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the guy from the
Rondon.
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rondon.
I want him.
You're not kidding.
Why can I not be the GM for a couple days?
Because
I would
you
punch
spend-
Gersh, and then I'd punch that other douche, and then I'd say, "We're getting this guy. We're getting this guy."
You're cool. You're cool. You're not. You're not.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one of the best parts. Blah, 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 blah. You're cool.
So there's everybody else. There's 50 feet of crap, and then there's us. And I'm tired of being under this crap. So we're going to
my
spend some
gosh.
money.
Yes.
It's not happening.
Well, I'm sick and tired of
raise
hearing
the salary,
that.
Cal.
We're raising the salary. What are you
$10.
raising
No,
it
no, no,
$10?
no. Do you know
10.
why they're saying that? Is because the salary that they had 2 years ago was more than it was this year.
yeah.
Yes.
So they're going.
They're
well,
just going back to 2 years
you heard
ago.
what Mo said today, right? When asked about the GM meetings are going on.
They don't want
Well,
about
they
the
talked
shortstop.
Shortstops. He said, "Do you have who's the starting shortstop?" And he said, unquote, "It's Edmund." But this spring would be a great opportunity for DeYoung to prove if
Yes.
his bat really fits.
I told you
Now,
guys.
is he?
Nothing's
now,
happening.
Here's what
I
I'm saying.
told you
Is he
guys.
saying that so that he's not really tipping his hand and making the Cardinals seem desperate when it comes time
Oh,
to deal
dude,
with one?
they had such a great thing on 101 today.
Yeah, I was
Did you
listening
hear
to
it?
that on the way home.
Oh,
I didn't get
it
to
was
hear it.
so
What time was
great.
it? Oh wait, we were probably practicing.
No, it was going on while I was driving back from Columbia. So yeah,
It was really good. It was the old lady that always calls in and says,
Janet?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We
And
need to get Janet on the show.
She
You
ripped.
guys suck.
I mean, she really ripped them. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good. But yeah, I mean, how can we say we're just? Oh God! I know we owe him like $9 million, and then they're going to be a $2 million buyout for DeYoung.
It's going to cost that, and then that $2 million buyout for after this year. His contract is 12, so it's actually cheaper to just buy him out at $11 million than go to the next year.
I would 100% agree. I'd buy him out and say we'll pay part of the salary so we get something back. I mean, the David Justice thing.
Okay, so
I like Edmund, but come on. If we could have got Correa, which the Yankees did, but if we could have got him, that'd be great.
Well, okay, so
Seager opted out, right?
Senior.
My bad. Wrong.
You talking about Segura?
Yeah, Segura.
No, they declined.
They declined his option.
They declined his option.
So,
I mean, there's options out there.
Okay, so shortstop's going to be the flashy free agent market this year.
So we're not going to get in it.
So we're not going to get in. But let's say we were. I'm going to give. We were. Would you rather have Correa or Turner?
Turner.
What's the age?
I don't
Not
care.
the same.
Not the same.
29. 28.
Turner's older than Correa
by a year.
By a year or two.
I think 29.
I'm not talking
28, 29.
Turner.
If you had to get both at because they're probably each going to command a 7-8 year deal.
I'm going Correa.
Turner.
He's won a World Series.
I'm going to get the guy who can steal bases.
Why? We don't steal.
Why? He can run fast.
Doesn't matter. Harrison Bader ran fast. We didn't steal.
He can also hit.
So
he hits for
Correa.
average. He can hit some power.
Apparently Bader can hit now too.
Yeah. All you got to do is put him in a lineup with all those guys who cream the ball.
That's who I wanted as judge.
That ain't happening.
Jeff Albert.
Otani.
That's not happening. They already said they're not trading him.
Would you? Okay.
Well, even if they were, we wouldn't get him.
Yeah.
No. Let's say we don't. They don't get into one of those.
We're going to get Josh Peterson, something like that.
You drop down the next level on this. Are we looking at Dansby Swanson?
I'd take
number one pick. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't think
I
that's going to
the
be
money on him.
I'm trying to think who that other fourth one is on that.
Fowler type deal, or leak.
Yeah, we got to overpay to get somebody. Ain't
kind of the drop down would be Swanson or Bogarts.
I would rather have Bogarts.
I'd take Bogarts.
What about no shortstop? What about no shortstop? And you got to go get 2 elite pitchers because I still think you got to get elite pitchers.
At least one.
We got to have one. We have to.
We should just re-sign Jose Quintana.
Well, they were talking that, but he's going to want too much money, and
he's going to want 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he's going to want too many years.
I would pay him 2 and 3 years instead of wrapping up some dude for however stinking long, 7 years, and his arm blows out, and you have Pavano, who signed years ago with the Yankees after Carl Pavano.
Yeah,
it only pitched literally like 10 games, and they paid him $40 million back then. I would. The 2 and 3 year deal for a pitcher is fine, and Quintana's already proved that he can pitch for the Cardinals.
But then you're getting into, are you going to get rid of Matz or something? We're going to have 3 lefties.
Well, the problem is they've already got 5 guys they're going to put in the rotation right now.
Montgomery's probably not
not
going to be in St. Louis after next year. He is a Boris guy. And he's going to go out and go get the big deal.
Well, and so as they were saying, that someone else was a Boris guy too. But we've signed Boris guys before. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It depends on what Montgomery does this year
and what he wants.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants.
If he's going to sign an extension or not, but I don't see us get into it.
You got to think at some point Flaherty's down. He's going to be on the
Flaherty, and even if you look long term, Flaherty's probably is next year.
This is
it the end of next year. Is that his free agent year where he can
He's
walk?
the guy that we trade for for someone's farm.
We're going to trade somewhere.
That's exactly
in the
what I would do. I would trade.
I don't know.
He still has to. He's got to read.
I don't think anyone's going to trade the farm.
Sure, they will. They've traded for freaking Nola Syndergaard. Okay, I mean it's Syndergaard, and he's terrible compared to what he was when he was at the Mets and went to the World Series. They gave him. The Angels signed him for $20 million for 1 year.
Well, the Angels are idiots.
Signing.
No, there's no such.
But then he got traded to the Phillies, so the Phillies had to give up a prospect just to get him, even if it's something.
Well,
and he's garbage.
They're not giving up multiple prospects for Flaherty.
I would say there's more value for Flaherty than there is for Noah Syndergaard.
Well, the Phillies went all in to try to win a World Series. I don't see the Cardinals going in all. But they're not going all in.
They didn't win it though.
They didn't win it, so
they got there.
I mean, all I do when I talk about the Cardinals is my blood pressure goes up. the thing starts twitching over here, and I just I just
twitching.
Yes,
twitchy.
How about all the new coaching hires for the Cardinals? Talk about maybe something positive.
I like Holiday.
Do you like all the new hires?
I like Holiday.
I don't know about the other guys. I like Matt Holiday.
I don't know about Ward and.
Well, I mean, the Ward had a good rapport with the players from what I've read. Probably more so than what Albert had. What Ward is not the guy that they brought. They brought Albert in to revamp the entire systems hitting, and that's not Ward. He's not that guy. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they need to necessarily do that. They've already laid the foundation for it.
See ball, hit ball. I'm so tired of analytic crap.
It doesn't matter. The shift's going away, so we might get.
Is it really?
Yes.
100%.
Where have you been?
Now
there's a pitch count.
It never got approved.
Yeah, we did.
It never got officially approved.
Yeah, it did.
No, it
The
didn't.
shift?
Sure it did.
They were talking about how
They've been talking
at
about
the end
it
of the
on-
year,
it's
this is
just
the last
proposed, but I
time
don't
we're
think
going to
it
see
actually-
this. Blah blah blah.
I think they all assume that it's going
No
to.
I'm going to tell you right now.
pickoffs.
Yeah, that you only get 3 times throw over. That's so dumb. That's the dumbest one that came out. You can make bigger bases. I'm okay with that.
Take the game away. It's not even
I hate
a
the
game.
pitch clock. That's just me.
Actually, I like the pitch
I
clock.
don't. I think the guy who pitched, was it Christian Valdez for the Astros? That dude took forever. He just got you out of your rhythm. He's just sitting over there, play with the rosin bag a little bit, and he's looking around, kick dirt a little bit, and okay, now I'm going to get ready. And you're over there and just like, come on. Hit him off rhythm. Anytime he pitched, didn't matter. Plus, his stuff was filthy.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Well,
Take all the time you want.
and that's what.
It's
once
baseball.
again,
His stuff
I know,
can still be
but-
filthy.
And that's
20
what bothers
seconds
me
earlier.
about the Cardinals.
It's a mind game.
When you think of our rotation, I don't think of anyone filthy.
No.
Flaherty could be, but he's got to be healthy.
I am so anti-Flaherty.
He's got to be.
He's like hemorrhoids flaring up.
Oh, wow.
He's got nothing up here.
I'm not a fan.
That was an interesting way to go to that one. But
Yeah, I think on that note,
I think it's time for a break. Brought to you by our sponsors, Preparation H.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to get sponsors, man. I don't have hemorrhoids.
Not a sponsor.
clip this show and send it.
Not
Oh,
a
boy.
sponsor yet.
Hashtag new sponsor.
Oh, my. No. I don't think that's going to work out. All right, we'll be right back with our final segment
I'm
of
sure
Coach's
McVey
Box.
could use it up there in his office.
Hold on, I'm not the one that needed the salve.
Moving on.
Got a big appetite? Join us at Case and Bucks in Barnhart for all-you-can-eat soup and salad every day of the week. All-you-can-eat Mexican on Mondays. Kids eat free on Tuesdays. All-you-can-eat pasta on Wednesdays. All-you-can-eat meatloaf on Thursdays. And all-you-can-eat fish and shrimp on Fridays. Enjoy our Feed the Crew special on Saturdays, which offers a large one-topping pizza, a pound of wings, toasted ravs, and a large salad, only $29.99. Like our Facebook page and see our full menu at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
Hi, I'm Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Fame quarterback and founder of Tarkenton Financial. And this is my good friend and partner, Brian Waits, founder of Waits Financial Services.
Thanks, Fran. At Waits Financial Services, we believe in educating our clients, providing courteous service, and helping every person we work with create a winning game plan for their retirement.
Retirement is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan and great teammates in order to achieve success. That's why I started Tarkenton Financial, to help educate people about their choices and connect them with advisors I trust. And Brian is one of my trusted partners.
I'm here to help you meet your financial goals, minimize your tax burden, and ensure that you have income guaranteed for life. Let's get to work on your retirement game plan.
Call Brian Waits at Waits Financial Services today. You'll be glad you did.
I'm kind of a social media nerd. I'm also kind of a burglar. The couple that lives here posted online that they're out of town, so I'm turning su casa into mi casa. And if you share every detail of your life on social media, this could be you. So get Allstate, where agents keep you protected from mayhem. like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
I have a question about my listing price.
Updating listing to Lizard Heights.
No, listing price.
Wizard Kites.
Can I talk to a real human agent, please?
You aren't looking for a cookie cutter experience with your agent. You are looking for someone who is going to go above and beyond or think outside the box. You are looking for someone who is going to be there for you no matter what, and someone who is going to walk you through the entire process. My name is Kelly Kaufman with Gateway Real Estate, and my passion is the people I work with. Real estate is personal. A home is not just the four walls, it's the people who live there and the memories you share. That's why I focus on the people I serve and make them a top priority throughout the entire process. I'm there for you. No matter what your budget is, no matter where you are, and no matter how long it takes, I will be there with you every step of the way. If you are looking for an agent who cares about you and will do everything to make sure you are taken care of, give me a call, 314-221-6090.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our final segment of the Coach's Box. This will be the segment that Zach doesn't get to participate in as much.
Doesn't want to participate as much.
Zach, it's been nice. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's almost like
the fourth segment will be about
like
soccer,
about
but
soccer.
nobody else will be here.
Yeah,
you'll be talking to yourself.
That'll be the Kevin show.
Yeah. World Cup rosters enough, but we'll save that for later.
What is that?
Yeah.
What's the
World
cup?
Cup? You know, the only cup that matters to win in sports
To me is the Blues Cup,
Stanley Cup,
and we're not winning.
And you know, there's so much promise. 3-0, the first team in NHL history to start 3-0 and to lose the next 8 straight games, which is a franchise record.
Kind of record.
It is, and it is. It's funny you say that, Zach.
And not even not just lose
He
8.
doesn't even know nothing about hockey. and
Well,
he's
you know,
still
you know what's context clues.
Yeah. So it's not even about losing; it's getting your ass kicked. In 8 straight games.
Has Berube lost the? What's going on here?
I don't know.
I think it's a roster that's not built to play the Berube game.
It's the same roster, isn't it?
No.
Oh, well, do tell.
We went through this.
I thought you were going to be silent over there.
What?
I'm trying to help spur conversation.
No. You don't need to stir anything. We're already pissed off about the Blues enough. There's no stirring. You know what you could? Hey, you could ask inquisitive questions that don't piss people off, and we can keep moving on.
Then what would? Hey, it wouldn't be the coach's box.
It wouldn't be Zac McVey.
It wouldn't be
This
the
is what I'm
coach's
here
box.
for.
Exactly. This would be some other show.
We're missing a lot of guys that had some grit from last year's roster.
Yeah, Perron. That's a good one. Sundqvist.
Bozak, Sundqvist.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bozak.
Well, we spent money on Cairo and
and then not to mention
Thomas.
We paid some young kids, so they're not hungry to get that paycheck anymore.
Right,
I would have just let them. Did they have a restricted free agent tags to them.
I think they were both restricted free
Man,
agents.
we could have just held on and not paid them, and then tagged them, and then paid them in the off season if we wanted to, or got somebody to give us two first rounders.
They were restricted last.
Oh, they were. They never mind
last year.
All right, what do they got to do? And if they ship someone out, it's got to be someone big. I think
it's got to be Parayko.
I think Parayko's got to be the guy.
That's what.
Although Falk
everyone's
is the
saying.
one that will bring you the most back.
I don't give a Falk.
I knew that was coming. I just didn't know who was going to say.
How long you been holding on to that one?
Couple days. Ever since we were talking about it in our group chat, who's got to go?
Is it
is
it Parayko, or is it finally the time you just ship out Tarasenko?
I don't think you ship out Tarasenko right now. Hell, he's the only guy who can score on your team.
Or O'Reilly.
Well, you're not sending the captain.
No. You're not trading the captain.
You're not trading the captain.
him.
The only time you would trade the captain is if you're the Edmonton Oilers and you trade Wayne Gretzky.
You're not. If you
That's it.
trade the captain, you're not sending a message. You're tanking.
Or you're the Kings and you trade him to
You
the
are
Blues.
definitely tanking.
So,
Well, you
Is
can't
it too
tank.
early?
Still
Is
can't
it too
tank.
early
there's
to
still
panic?
71 games left.
I was
Yeah,
going
they
to
could
say,
go
is
71-0.
Yeah.
is it too early to panic?
No! They've lost 8 straight games. It's not even going to overtime. You would get a point if you lost in overtime or in a shootout. We haven't even made it that far.
Well, my gosh, when you're getting beat like 5 to 1.
Yeah, they're not getting. They're not just losing. Like I said, they're getting their ass kicked.
In the last 3 games, it's like good first period, second period, okay, it's not good, and then the third, it's
But
just
like, I agree with what you. We don't have the grit guys that we
On
don't.
defense, for sure.
And
or on offense.
Or on offense.
Well,
like Kyrie the other night had a chance where he could have stuck it in there after a puck, and he just didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's like,
he's sticking it and just poking with his and Parayko.
That looks so funny. It was funny.
I look right at Jason. It's just like it happens again. I look at Jason. Jason starts laughing.
Done.
There it is.
Hey, cue the song, but we don't want to get kicked off Facebook.
There is no physical presence on this team.
No.
I'm trying to get this back into some
They're
shape
just
or order
flicking
here.
their stick.
Yeah, you're just flicking around, just stick it in there. All you gotta do is just stick it in there. That's all you gotta do. At least you just beat it.
It wasn't even.
And there's
beat
the
us,
third
beat
segment,
off.
ladies and gentlemen.
No, this is after hours already.
But
Isn't it?
how many-
I'm sorry, my bad.
How many times have they left Bennington out to dry? Like, I mean, just setting him up.
How many games have they played?
my
11?
God.
11.
Well,
And Grice has played in 2 of those 8, so
Man,
6.
He's just not
Oh,
any good.
I mean,
though.
they
Well,
just hung
and
him
if
out
you
to dry.
listen, I mean, because I do listen to ESPN a lot, and
Yeah.
they were talking about how it isn't Bennington issue. It's
No, but
the
they're
No,
hanging
it's
out to
it's the
dry.
5 in front.
Yes.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, when you put the puck into the zone, the forecheck is just non-existent.
No.
Every game that I've
way.
watched them play, they might as well just be like, I don't want to hit you. Especially those younger guys, they do not throw their bodies around. They don't hit like they used to. Hell, Tarasenko with a bum shoulder still hits harder.
Well, the 4th line center is the leading hitter on the team.
That's insane. And it's not even
He
the
plays
check line.
and he plays what 10 minutes a game.
You can't have
So-
that.
Well, gosh, when they interviewed the coach, and he just,
I think he is doing everything he can to not just blurt out, "We just got to effing play better." And
He's trying.
We effing suck.
He's
said
trying.
that
Yeah, he's
without
trying.
saying that, but yes.
Yeah,
He's trying not
he's
to.
not saying it, but he's saying it.
I want to hear what he
Yeah.
says in the locker room, but they won't let.
Well,
There is no Randy
The one time you
Arozarena
did.
cameras in there this time.
The one time you did put him in the locker room, he might
Yeah,
have
yeah.
said something.
I love that. That was great. They need a little bit of that. They need some. Hell, they had a meeting with Doug Armstrong,
Yeah.
and he flat out just took them to the woodshed there, and it still ain't helping. That was what 2-3 games ago.
Yep.
They did
When they lost 5.
two fights in the first within a minute of each other last night.
They need to fight in practice. That's
Yeah.
what they need. They need to fight in practice. Somebody has to get their ass kicked.
Who got into
Are
that
they
fi-
too
Who got
young?
into that fight the year they won the Stanley Cup that changed some things?
Oh,
around? Was it Bortuzzo,
I thought it was Zach Sanford.
Sanford, and Bortuzzo?
It might have been Bortuzzo.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. 2 guys ain't there. By the way, when we played the Predators, Sanford, nice little wraparound goal. I'm like, son of a stupid. Ugh! Anyway,
Are they too young? Is the roster
No.
too young?
No, they're just
Well, we're playing like a young, dumb roster.
no,
but-
they're playing like it,
There's
but-
guys who come in the NHL at 18 years old and they play and they can hold their own.
It's
this
things,
is not a.
It's things like Parayko being 6'6", 2
Yeah.
something, and he looks like Tarzan and plays like Jane.
Yes.
Type of thing.
Yeah, okay, so is it style?
I think it's
Because wasn't
because the
it
sty-
when they won? It was like really physical.
Oh,
well,
and
no. So
hitting, and now
it's the style works. And they're trying to play it. They're just they don't have
The horses for it.
They don't have the horses for it, and
Then
it's
do you change the
well,
style?
that's on the GM for building a roster that doesn't fit the style that has worked for the last few years. They thought it would.
Well, and especially
he's
the
got
style
too many
that
smaller,
coach
littler people.
coaches.
Yeah,
That's exactly how he is.
So
and they've come out and said
Then
that
it sounds like you
it's-
have your answer.
They've said it's not. Armstrong has said the coach is going nowhere.
It's no
The
different than
style
what
works.
Hitchcock a couple years back when they got.
And Hitchcock is a little different though.
Hitchcock didn't win a cup with this style
And
with his style.
didn't win the only cup. You know.
Yeah, and he's only won one,
What have you done for me lately?
and that's
isn't it?
because, and even though that's because Brett Hall had his foot in the crease when he scored that goal, you don't even understand it. It's
Yeah.
okay. Stupid stars. Anyway,
Well, then why don't you adapt as a coach if you don't have?
I'm sure he has adapted.
One
Listen,
guy
I think
versus
I think he's
the roster.
I think
I'm
he's
just
trying,
asking.
and it's hard to adapt mid-season when you have the schedule that the Blues have. They've played 4 games this week. You can't just change a style.
and you're wait. The Western Conference
No, the
is
schedule
not,
they're playing's tough.
Okay,
right now,
Eastern
too.
Conference hockey right now is a little more finesse. I think the Blues would be just a tad better if they played in the East.
Well, they're getting beat by Eastern Conference
I know,
teams.
but I said they play a tad better.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Across the board?
Yeah.
across the board. The West is extremely physical. I mean, it is a physical conference. They play physical hockey. You go play Winnipeg, they play physical. You play Edmonton, they play physical.
San Jose
you
is
play
physical.
Colorado, they play physical. Vegas, they play physical. Everybody plays physical in the conference, in the division. So you have to match that. We don't match it at all.
Well, here's the thing: is those guys have played that style before. Robert Thomas last year was not afraid to throw his body around last year and do
I don't know
some
what
things
he's
in front of the
worried
net.
about.
He is not doing those things this year.
Not at all.
He's in a new role. He's now a top line center, and that's he's
Put him
trying,
on the third line. Hell, I'd play the fourth line guys first right now. Just prove a point. Who cares?
Yeah, the guy who's thrown the line that's throwing themselves around are Nathan Walker, Noel Chari, and Torchenko.
Okay, then let me ask you
That
this,
doesn't
because
surprise
obviously
me.
I don't know
Yeah.
hockey. Then why don't you just play more and play guys less, like basketball? Like, hey, you get X amount of minutes. I mean, it's 20 minutes in a period. Why don't you just leave guys out on the floor
think
or
they-
leave guys out on the ice for?
The top line guys do play significantly more than the first line guys play more than the fourth line guys, and it's a skill thing. They're fourth line guys for a reason. They're energy guys that are good for they do their job short spurts for a 40 second shift, and that's generally what you play in hockey.
Yeah.
You only play 40 seconds to a minute, and then you're off.
And then you come off. You ever
Really?
Zach?
You
have
ever
you
ice
ever
skated?
ice skated?
Yeah,
You ever?
at full speed with a hockey stick and a bunch of gear and a bunch of people
like
chasing
I know
you.
how to do that. No,
Have you seen him?
I would love to see him in
coach's
ice
box
skates
live.
Oh my god! And watch him try to go full speed.
First of all,
long as there's
I've
an
never
ambulance.
been ice skating.
Oh,
but
I haven't either.
I've been ice
I've been
skating.
skating, and I'm just thinking, good God, there's no way I could
Tough.
do that.
Yeah,
It's a physical. It's an extremely physical sport. Plus,
what do you mean?
you're-
Like it's just on your feet, or
Well, your
legs,
legs, the
arms, everything.
Add all that equipment, the sweat, somebody chasing you.
Wait a minute,
waving a
and
stick at you.
hey, I'm gonna go play this puck, and some dude just absolutely just board checks me.
and the threat of somebody whacking you in the head with a stick, like Zach likes.
Or whacking your legs with their stick,
Yeah.
or whatever. I mean,
you know, they slash you. They can cross check you.
So in a
they
way,
can legally check you and flip you over. I mean,
in a way, Zach, yes, they do that. They do play certain people more, but you've got to find the skill guys. The reason they're on the fourth line is because they don't produce as much as
They're
what
not
the top
very
line does,
skilled.
skilled wise.
What's
But
the skill?
there was a reason that cup year, that fourth line started every game.
The fourth line started, and you know what they did? They wore down that first line.
Yeah.
That's what they. I mean,
They just
that San Jose series was to me.
Who was that? That was Sundqvist.
Steen played on,
and
that.
then it was Barbashev and somebody else sometimes doing those types of things.
I'll tell you right now that I think San Jose didn't even want to play that last game. They were just beat up. They had guys that are injured that were injured in the series. The guys limping around out there trying to skate. It was a flat out beatdown.
Oscar Sundqvist during that series was just. Who I want to see this team have right now, that Oscar Sundqvist. I think that type of player makes a huge difference.
Oh, I'd agree.
But I think you gotta go ahead and trade somebody big, but you gotta bring in some kind of grinder, some power forward kind of two-way guy.
It's got to be a name that's big enough to make a difference, but not so big it seems like you're trying to give up on the year.
No,
that's why I think it's got to be Parayko to send a message.
It's got to be big enough to make some of the other big guys in the room not.
Do this, or we're shipping you to Vancouver.
Well, the thing about Falk is at least he'll score, even though he's a defenseman. Parayko, I don't even know what he does anymore. You watch him; he's non-existent. You're that damn big, and you don't hit anybody because you're afraid of getting hurt. You can't. His slap shot's like 90 some odd miles an hour. Great, it didn't hit anything. Okay,
he's Fulton Reed.
He has no chance.
I know that.
Yeah,
he has no chance of making the shot. So why are you even? Again, get a guy who can put the puck in the net, and at the same time he's not afraid to hit. I mean, Braden Shen. I just think Shen's he's not as good as he used to be.
Well, I still think Braden Shen is just fine. The problem is he's just one.
Yeah, he's a guy who'll
running
fight.
12 forwards out there.
Yeah, but he's a guy who's going to grind. He's going to fight.
I like Shen.
I really do.
O'Reilly. He's the same kind of guy.
But if you're one centerman trying to cover both wings because neither one of your your wings are playing any defense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's not like 1980s hockey.
They're not
you have to play defense if you're an offensive guy.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't see guys with 200 points in a season anymore, is because you have to play defense even though you're an offensive guy. And we got a bunch of guys who want to play offense, and they don't want to play any defense.
Well, how's the
their offense
or
sucks.
they think they are, and they're not.
Here's why. Because then it's puck possession. We're keeping the puck. You're not getting it. We're working for a shot. And when you put the puck in the zone, because you have to do that, you can't be offsides. You put the puck in the zone, you dump and chase or carry it in. We're not forechecking those guys down there and pinning them and the puck inside so we can retain possession.
Funneling them to where we want the puck to go.
We're not even flicking it in. So a lot of times we're
turning it over.
Turning it over before we ever get it there.
It's Thomas and Kyrou trying to carry it into the zone between three defenders instead of just dumping and then getting down and funneling the puck to where you need it.
If I know you don't like hockey or whatever, don't care.
It's more of understands. I think you'd like it if you understood it.
I mean, it's like when you change possession, they're almost playing they play like a 1-3-1 kind of just look to them 1-3 whatever it is, and you can't just bring the puck up. They're waiting for you right there at the blue line and in the neutral zone and trying to make you turn it over. And hell, we've had how many turnovers in the neutral zone in the last 3 games?
Yeah.
And it just leads right to a 2-on-1.
Think of it this way. Blues defensively are like full court pressing, but without any ball pressure whatsoever.
Oh, that ain't good.
No.
There you go. That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
And Zach's like, no wonder you suck.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to work.
I got that. I understand that reference.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do.
That's called education, meeting the student halfway where they're meeting them.
Jim Powers.
You bridged the gap there very well.
It's called differentiated instruction.
Oh, gosh. It's so deep in here. Jim Powers seems to think that
I think
in
it
our
was
group
blended
chat,
learning, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's both. Isn't that blended learning, both virtual
It's
and
cross-curricular.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jim Powers seems to think that the Berube's on the chopping block because you can't lose 8 in a row. I don't know.
I still think it's more of a player thing than a coach thing.
I don't think Berube's on the
I think at some point, if it gets to 12 or 13, I think you got to start looking at it. But
I think you got to make a move.
Just if anything to send a message, and even Chief will probably look, fire me. It'll hopefully fire the guys up.
I don't know. I wanted my job. I want the money.
Yeah.
But I also do think that we need somebody that's physical and not afraid to just go out there and beat the living hell out of somebody. Like
I just don't know that we have anybody. I don't know that we have anybody that anybody else wants at this moment.
Are there like minor leagues? Can't they bring like a minor league dude up?
What are we looking for? Rube Baker
for a goon or something? Like, hey, you're only going 40 seconds. Go hit that guy.
Actually, they did that. They brought up another Russian. And then,
golly, how many Russians we got that want to fight?
I don't know. This one where the name wraps into the armpits.
Wait, what happened? What's Ryan Reeves doing right about now?
He's in Vegas still, I think.
Yeah. Is he though? I mean,
but
we could trade him for a seventh round pick.
They sent Neighbors down today. They sent Jake Neighbors down. Well, Neighbors he was on the fourth line. He's not helping anything on the fourth line.
Yeah. Are you guys saying we miss Petrangelo?
I'm saying we miss Perron.
I'm saying we miss Perron.
Oh, yeah, we miss Perron.
I'm trying to think who else was.
Petrangelo,
we did just fine without Petrangelo last year.
Did we, though?
We didn't win a cup.
We did fine. I didn't say we did great.
We didn't win a
did
cup.
Fine.
Yeah, we haven't won one since he was a captain.
Yeah. We haven't won a cup since 19. I'm mad.
Wait another 50 years, Jason, see how you feel.
I'll be dead.
Wow.
Go ahead. Say he was going to be on his like.
I'll be dead. I'm 46. I'd be 96 years old.
A lot of people live to 96, dude.
I'm a diabetic that doesn't take care of myself very well.
Well, now
can we put the
at
odds?
least you're a realist about it.
So here's some names of some people that we had last year that are not with us, not on the team anymore. So we're missing Jason Perron, Sundquist, Scandella, who, while he wasn't very good, was kind of one of those gritty defensemen.
Yeah, he hit somebody.
Dakota Joshua. Would have been nice to have him around here about this point. He'd go throw his body around doing some stuff. Yeah. Please, like the guys like McEachern, who would throw himself around and do those things. So
just don't have those guys.
They don't have those. And if you go back even another year, you're adding in the Steens and the who was Parayko's partner, the guy who had the heart issue.
Oh, Bouwmeester.
Bouwmeester was one of those guys too.
Bouwmeester's big too.
If you look at the nucleus, Joel Edmondson, Carl Gunnarsson.
Yeah, those are grinder kind of guys.
Yeah, those guys are the reasons they were able to grind out that cup. Yeah. That cup run and that cup win because of that. This team does not have the wherewithal to do it.
I'd agree.
They don't have the grit or the cornerstones to do it.
I don't know. Maybe go find it.
No marbles.
Yeah, why don't we? Good gosh, Jason.
Dude, it's been your late practice every day is no fun.
Sucks, doesn't it? Yeah.
He just opened it.
And listen to that dude over there just laughing. Didn't even offer.
I get to.
They
I get
didn't
to
even
see
offer.
sunlight.
You should go to the AD with
He
that.
didn't even offer football lost, so I could have went early. He didn't even offer to change. I'm going. Screw Jarvis. He's gonna be late. Late.
Only 4 days this week.
Man, maybe I should tell Portell, since he has a small army, that we should change and I can get all my stuff done in like an hour and
in the first
10 minutes.
14,
hey, every other week would be nice.
First 14 practices, 9, I'll be late.
Try every
day. Single one.
What?
So silly.
That's Chris's choice. That's not Portell's either. That's Chris.
That's him. Every
Chris doesn't like
to be late.
Chris doesn't like to be ran off the court by someone.
It's so ridiculous.
He probably loathes the idea
that's so he can just keep him there so long. Man,
I keep him there 2 hours every day that we had him.
Only 2?
Only.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Only 2.
I don't
5
believe
to 7.
it.
Oh, okay.
5 to 7.
5 to 7:45.
No.
5 to 7.
Try like 2:45 to 7.
Nobody's here that long. No, don't you ever tell
him he only got 15 people or whatever. I mean,
we've been late practice almost every time since I've been here. It has nothing to do with it. If it does, it is on them.
And it was boys were even late before you were here too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Generally speaking.
That's a Portell thing.
No, I think even with Lawrence before then, they had coaches that worked off campus. So,
oh yeah, he doesn't have that anymore though, right?
No, not with Coach Eddie not helping. Damn him.
Where's that? What's Eddie doing?
That's another story.
Is he on girls' side?
No.
Oh, that's off the air story.
Yeah. Businessman.
Businessman. Well,
entrepreneur.
You know what?
That's it.
It's been fun getting back into doing this. Maybe we'll have to do it again next week.
Well,
It'll have to be late.
Wait, I don't know. I might be early practice Wednesday next week. I don't know though.
You are.
Oh, I am.
Oh,
Thanks.
Tell me, hey, let me know how that goes.
What's it like to get
What's
out
it
of
like?
practice?
I also like early because the kids get there a little early, so they get some shots.
What's it like to have family dinner?
I haven't had any in a couple weeks.
You could have it in between practice. Or
We
school.
do, yeah. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Why, you still hungry, Zach?
Dinner at 4 o'clock.
I'm starving. I haven't ate dinner yet. I haven't ate dinner yet tonight.
Jesus, just buy some Snickers bars. He'll be fine.
Zach, I got an Uncrustable in my. Oh wait, no,
Hey, I will say, go buy the old pretzels. Pretty tasty.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah,
That's
Real
new.
good. Real
yeah. They had this pizza
Not a
thing they
sponsor
threw in
yet.
our bag because I know them.
Don't mention them on the
And
show
Yet.
Wow, a pizza thing.
Hey,
it's like a pizza.
Do you know who
pocket.
owns it?
Yes, I
Yes.
sure do.
Okay, you know what you should do, right?
Well, I mean,
There you go.
well, I
Come
mean,
on, Jay.
we'll see.
Oh, yeah, okay, that means no.
They just started the business, man. I don't know.
Gotta get
$15.
They did sponsor
25.
our golf tournament.
Yes, they did sponsor our golf
15 after
tournament.
that, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll let
Inflation.
Blair. That'd be a
Oh.
good idea. You can get on that with
Hey,
Skurlocks.
We didn't have a red wave, so there's got to be.
Hey, they are looking for part-time and full-time help right now. So if you're looking for a job,
If you're looking for a job,
see Pretzel
pretzel,
there.
pretzel,
Pretzel,
make
pretzel.
some pretzel.
there you go.
I bet you the pretzel perks are pretty good.
I bet they are.
Dude, it was. I mean, it was pretty
The
top
food
notch
was really
yesterday.
good.
It was good.
The food was really good.
We got some piggies in a blanket. They were good.
Yeah, they were.
Stick them in there.
Twiddle them in.
That's what you got to do. Kevin's like,
Don't
I'm
beat
done.
them off. Just don't beat them off.
Golly.
Well, thanks for watching the Coach's Box. We will see you never because we're getting kicked off the air, but hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
FCC's on our ass now.
we're free. We're
FCC
good.
won't let us speak. All right. See you guys. Appreciate you tuning in.